Hey everyone, coming to you with a quick video. Sit back and enjoy. Give me one moment. We're going to go through our intro and then we'll get right into it.
Hey speakers, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So go ahead and like and subscribe and let's get started.
Hey everyone, of course, this is just being me coming to you with a video this evening. Now it's kind of impromptu, kind of ran across some things earlier, didn't have a chance to kind of dive into it. So I said I would, try to get it together here on tonight, just so I can keep everyone up to date. You may have heard it. I know I did see where someone else had kind of covered it, but I had kind of gotten it from a reliable source. That some things may have taken place as to why we see the Sheree and Martell situation and the so say friendship, relationship, datingship, or whatever they have. But anywho, y'all, before we deep dive into everything, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification bell. So, of course, you'll always be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. So, on here today, I kind of ran across some things that really kind of put, you know, the spin on some things. We all have been trying to figure out what was the actual relationship or situationship between Martell and Sheree. Now we know that they supposedly had been sighted in Atlanta where she was jogging, and coincidentally, you had the paparazzi out there, which we later found out was Freddie O. If you're not really familiar with Freddie O, um he's in media. He's in paparazzi. He works really close with like the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's well known in the Atlanta area, and he is the one that pretty much catch all of the celebrity scenes that we see coming out of Atlanta. So it was just coincident that he saw them jogging, running, however it was. We all remember that, and he captured that moment. We also heard where Candy made mention that Martell had even reached out, or his publicist had reached out in reference to Martell coming to the actual to Blaze, and he wanted it to be captured. So kind of like he wanted to make his appearance known to the public. So of course he had been roaming them at ATL streets, and I guess he want to put it out there that he's single, dating, however. Anywho, moving forward, it came out about him and Sheree supposedly or allegedly dating. Carlos, of course, we all know, we heard the conversation where he kind of played it off like he didn't really know. He had heard about it, but he, wasn't able to verify it. So he called Martell. We all know the history of how it all came about. Well, anywho, from the beginning, a lot of people have, especially after Candy had said what she said as far as him wanting to be seen and the publicist reaching out to her in reference to, wanting to be seen and captured in that moment. We knew then that this is probably like a PR stunt. For whatever reason, it's probably a PR stunt. It even came out later that we felt as though he would be getting a cut from being seen and filmed on RHOA. So moving forward, we've heard Sheree mention how sexy she felt that Martell was. Of course, whenever he is asked about Sheree, you could tell he kind of tongue tied, don't really want to go in deep about it. He kind of shunned the question off, deer in the headlights, like he really don't really know what to say. And to me, in my opinion, he does that. He was doing that because he can't really broadcast that this is what's going on. Okay, so here on today, when the information came across, I'm like, makes sense, make plenty of sense. So let's go ahead and we gonna get into it. And I put simping ain't easy, and it's in just a second it'll all come together and make sense. So it came out, or I see, we're back in 2015. The headlines, which I'm going to take my banner down, of course. Um, I am going to read my disclosure because I'm going to take it down. Basically, what the banner is stating. Let me hide that for a second. And we'll put this up. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, research. Fair use is used permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So what are we doing today, everyone? We are doing this for educational and entertainment purposes. And of course, everything on my channel is for entertainment purposes and in my opinion. So we see here where Sheree Winfield accuses Real Housewives of Atlanta producer Carlos King of stealing her real estate show idea and not giving her a peach. So now this was back in 2015. Now we all know the history of Sheree and Real Housewives of Atlanta. One season she would be on there, the next season she not. It was just a whole big back and forth ordeal. It's like she never really had a secure spot. One season you see her, next season you kind of don't see her. So then it goes on to say here, if you can actually see this, let me see if I can kind of blow it up to where I can show this. Let me see. I'm not really sure if you can see it. I need to move my screen. It says the season of Bravo, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, hasn't even started airing yet, and there's already drama surrounding the show. It says, as we know, Sheree Whitfield will be returning this season in some capacity. Many of us thought and assumed Sheree would be back on the show as a full-time cast member holding a peach, but let me kind of downsize this really, really quick so I can go on to the next one. So then it goes on to say in this next clip, which should be number 3, apparently Sheree thought so too. She, hold on, let me try to pull it up, y'all. I am, okay. She's accusing RHOA producer Carlos King of stealing her show concept and tricking her out of a full-time cast member status she was promised in return. Okay, now let's go on here to the next portion of it. It says the 45-year-old fitness guru and fan favorite was upset when she learned she would only be featured as a part-time friend on the 8th season of the show. Whitfield thought she was returning as a full-time peach-holding cast member and that Bravo would promote her return in the same bin as Bethany Franker's to the Real Housewives of New York. Okay, then we go on and we have the next clip that says Sheree didn't get a contract for the show until after she started production on season 8. She was several weeks into taping when the network presented her a contract for a limited number of episodes, much to her surprise, source told Daily Mail Online. According to the source, Whitfield met with reality show producer earlier this year and pitched him a concept, a show about African American real estate agents in Atlanta. Now let me go on here to 6. When Whitfield departed from the show 3 years ago, she went on to get her real estate license and had been selling property since. She wanted to be featured in a new show along with several other women she knew were also having success in the world of real estate and believed King could help her sell the show to a network. It goes on to say, let's see here, let me see if I can pull this up here and bring it down. It goes on to say, without telling Sheree, Carlos started pitching the show to networks and WeTV became interested, claims the source. He sold them the concept without Sheree's involvement and then had to go back to her with a make good make good once he did. In addition to offering her her co-executive producer credit, he told her that he would arrange for her return on The Real Housewives full time. He was just trying to do whatever he could to keep her from suing him. All right. So then we go on, y'all, and bear with me. I am I'm having to bring it up, bring it down because it's so small. I think that's pretty much it. But we get the gist of it. So as we know, as in his words, true tea. Basically, this is true tea. It actually was featured in pretty much all of the major media. I actually pulled this one from I want to see Allie, Lipstick Alley had it, and then I also want to say B Scott also had it as well. So this is a reliable source. This was going on around 2015. So she pitched him an idea for a reality show featured with her and some other ladies in Atlanta to do a show that would feature real estate. She pitched him the show. He in turn sold the show to a whole nother network and never involved her. So to kind of soften the blow and so he wouldn't be alleged sued, he promised to her a full-time peach. Well, when that didn't happen, she went to all these media outlets letting them know exactly what happened. So in return, she did put him on blast, but somehow I'm not really sure how they actually resolved it. But of course, you would say he pretty much is in debt to Sheree. So being that he has been a producer up until the time when the alleged happened between Candy Phaedra and they incorporated him into the little scandal they had, and he was let go basically because he favors Candy. It's like it's been a get back to me towards Candy and Bravo ever since. So somehow him and Sheree was able to kind of salvage or patch up their relationship. I'm assuming as friends, because as we all know, they are close now. And it is said to believe that since then he kind of give her the ins and outs on what to do to keep her peach. Now we all know after the Tyrone fiasco and that didn't work and everything, pretty much Sheree was coming back with no storyline yet again. So what better way to boost her up to assure her a peach? Let's give her a new man. He got all this going on over here on this episode. We're gonna lend you, or I'm gonna give you Martell. That could be your new man. Alleged, in my opinion. And pretty much we gonna make it sound and look good. Because if you notice, if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta on last week, that was the very first scene that came up. Now, are they making Martell out to look like a bad person? Yeah, because no one like him on that show other than Sheree. Nobody else like him, so it's really not making him look good. And I think that Martell was kind of noticing that. And I think that has hence another reason why they went on this little press tour prior to RHOA, because Carlos already knew what was going to happen, because I don't think they realized how it was going to be bringing him on the show. Either they didn't realize that everyone was not going to click with him, or he knew and it was his way of a get back to Bravo. Either way. But it also secured Sheree a peach as well. So again, all this is alleged in my opinion of how that happened, but very well much so that did take place as far as him presenting the show and me feeling as though he's helping her keep her storyline going and Martell was a part of the plan to do that. We know Sheree probably wouldn't even be on this season if had it not been for her scooping up Martell or someone else, to give her a storyline. And what better way to do it than one of his cast members from his network? And that pretty much there you have it with that. Now we all know. I mean, it's not surprising that all of this is coming out in about Carlos because we all know what Candy came out and alleged said as far as the escape thing that pretty much he tried to take the story from escape. And that's how it kind of came all about how they got back together. They came back together as a group to prevent pretty much what he was trying to do because he was trying to sell their story. And he was friends with Candy. So this is not nothing that this is new for him. Now I can't remember exactly when that happened with the escape thing with him and Candy, but this happened here with him and Sheree in 2015. So this is not nothing new that he's doing. And I think that has a lot to do whenever Martell is asked about Sheree. At one time, he was kind of pumping it up, boosting it up. But I think that now it's like, oh no, sorry, y'all, he kind of cut off. Notification came through. Sorry, but I think now he's being seen. Okay, I'm not being looked at in the way I thought I would be, and along with the fact that he have situationships going on with alleged other women, so he can't be out here like boasting and bragging like this is what it is. And I think when we heard Ariane say, "Oh, that's just that's just for TV concerning Sheree," and she wasn't worried about it, she knows he has already filled her in on what the plan is. So she know that pretty much his role in this. That's why, yeah, she said what she said, but at the end of the day, she knows. That's why we always said when she get on that trip and she get on that soapbox and she get on that couch and get the flipping her hair and applying all that lip gloss, she a lot of times the things she say really be dropping gems. She really be saying some truth, to be honest. So we can't always discredit what she's saying. In my opinion, pretty much this is really looking like how this is looking because again, he don't really up her the way she does him. Now, of course, this her storyline, so of course she gonna have to make it sound good as well as why not bring Sheree onto Love and Marriage Huntsville to make her appearance to kind of get the views up? Because of course they thinking or he's thinking that everyone is so fascinated with Sheree, which really no one really is. I mean, it ain't just a big flex to have her on there, but you know, she's appearing in both shows. He's appearing in both shows. So it's almost like a win-win for both of them because other than the situation that's going on between Mel and Martell, Martell wouldn't have a storyline. If it wasn't for Mel and what the drama he bring with that, he wouldn't have a storyline either. So pretty much that's how I feel. Now again, it all kind of got ribbed up because I heard it from a reliable source as well as I kind of went and looked the information up and found it on my own and read it. And again, it's my opinion. That's what I think happened. I believe that this is one of Carlos's let me pay you back, let me help you out. I'm in debt to you like type deal because of what he did. And what better way than to use Martell as, you know, leave my money on the dresser type deal because we what else? What is this? Now, do I feel that they have had adult relations? I personally feel that they have, but I think it's We know what this is. No strings attached. You do you, I do me. We gonna keep it accordingly. But at the same time, I do feel, in my opinion, that they have rolled in the hay. But hey, who who am I? I don't know. But anyway, y'all, that pretty much was it. With that, just wanted to put that out there and let that be known. And pretty much that's pretty much it. It was some other stuff that I had saw that another content creator kind of put out about alleged um someone that worked on Mel's marketing team that had let her know some back information. It wasn't a good look. I'm not gonna cover it because I don't know if all of that was fake or whatever. So I ain't gonna mention it. I ain't gonna put it up, you know, because to me it just seemed really, really far fetched. But again, it is what it is. I try to stay out of the mess and the drama, especially when it comes to other content creators. We don't do that. We are respectful to everyone. So pretty much, yeah, that was it, y'all. If you have not already liked the video, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a part of the family, and turn on those notification bells because, of course, you never know when another video is going to be uploaded. Now, I'm going to try my best to do my review. It probably will be Sunday because, as you know, I have to travel to Louisiana first thing in the morning. For a funeral service. I'll probably be there with my daughter all day. And I probably won't get back home till late tomorrow night, even Sunday morning. Not really sure as of yet. But I will be doing my review for Love and Marriage Huntsville as well as RHOA on Sunday. So until then, y'all have a blessed night, have a safe weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all of my lovely mothers everywhere. Just in case, I don't tap in on Mother's Day, but hopefully God say the same. I will, but just in case, hey, in advance. Happy Mother's Day. All of y'all, please go out, do something, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time with your family, whatever you decide to do. Just make sure you do it and you enjoy. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. And for all of those, such as myself, that mother has went on home, I'm sending out nothing but love and hugs to each and every one of you. Trust and believe. I know the feeling. So again, y'all be blessed. Have a good weekend. Thanks each and every one of you for watching. Please go ahead and like that video. And good night.